What's your name?
My name is Colin Harmon.
And where are you from?
I work at 3FE Coffee, which is in Dublin, 1 and 2.
3FE. And are you full-time barista there?
Yeah, well, I'm a barista when I can be. I actually own the business, so I kind of most of the time now I get pushed back into doing accounts and kind of paperwork and that sort of stuff. But my passion is working as a barista, and as the business grows, we get more people on board. I'm looking forward to get more behind the bar as much as possible.
And I heard you're ranked pretty high in the world.
At one stage I was, yeah. I've won the Irish Barista Championships twice, and I finished 4th in the world on 2 occasions. So I didn't compete last year, so I'm nobody this year. Starting from scratch again. So
how do you think you get on today?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it actually was strange for me because I got married 2 weeks ago, and I only came back from my honeymoon last night. So it's been all hands on deck, you know. So
congratulations!
Thank you very much. That's the real prize.
There's a few people today that just got married recently.
Yeah, seriously, there's a few that knock around. So no, I really enjoyed it. It was great, and the barista competitions are like it's the pinnacle of any barista's career, and it's just a wonderful big thing to be a part of, you know.
Before you were self-employed, working for yourself, do you think that bosses of restaurants appreciated baristas in the restaurant? Do you think they understood?
I think they did in a sense, but not as much as they should. I think for a long time, you see people would buy an espresso machine and a grinder, and they would set it up and then just say, that's what you do, and they would leave it for 10 years and just always do the same thing. And now what you see more and more is that, and I think it's by baristas that competition baristas especially, they're leading by example, showing how coffees can be different, how to make them better, and kind of upping the standard. All these restaurant owners and business owners are starting to come to us in our shops and say, how come you guys are doing it better than us? And it's slowly starting to cotton on, and you can see that they're putting value in the job of a barista, which is what this whole competition is about.
And what's your favourite coffee to make?
Ooh, it's hard to say. We do filter coffee, espresso and milk drinks. We don't really do any syrups or decafs or anything like that. We try to keep it as simple as possible. And but I mean, it really depends. I drink an awful lot of filter coffee. I think that's going to be the next big thing in coffee. It's a very pure way of enjoying coffee, but very simple.
Right.
It's just coffee and water. That's it. And if I had to choose one country, I mean, they're all great in their own way, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably say Bolivia, because it's great across the board. Whereas countries like Kenya are just filter, and then some countries like Brazil are really just espresso.
Would you go for single origin?
Yeah, in our shops we only do single origin. Like we sell everything just because we sell like by the farm, basically. So you come and you pick a farm, but it keeps it interesting. I'm not against that, and sometimes we have a bit of a play as well.
And is it all about barista for you, or would you like to get into the roasting process as well?
Well, my business partner is actually a roaster. So he roasts and I serve, and we're planning on building a roastery here in Ireland soon enough as well. And it's the roasting process is really interesting to me, but I think competitions like this show you that there's so much to do as a barista, and like that's where I want to focus all the attention is kind of perfecting that interaction between customers and the baristas, and like getting that vibe going in the place, and really putting the coffees on the pedestal they deserve. And like, I mean, we'll work with farmers and we work with roasters, but they have to do their job and get our feedback, and we can do our job and get their feedback, and so on and so on.
Do you think that tea has any added value to a barista?
Yes, very much so. I think tea, especially coffee, has in the last few years especially gotten very precise. Companies like Marco and CMS or CMA even, who are sponsoring today, and Rovers Manelli and Lamarzocco, companies like that are really pushing the precision thing. And then I look at the tea industry, and tea is very interesting, but I think we could probably start adopting some of the precision and the accuracy that we use in coffee, and bring it into the tea world, and start playing with temperatures and weights and doses, extraction times. Yeah. It's very exciting. We work with a company called Waterloo Tea and do really good stuff, and it's really interesting for us to get involved in a new area. The only bad thing is that whenever I had a day off, I used to drink tea because I had no standards when it came to tea, and now that's changing. So when I have a day off and I'm stuck somewhere else, I'm lost.
Do you want to tell us something about yourself besides coffee?
I don't know if there is anything besides coffee. My life, I just got married, and I think my wife is downstairs, and she's always been. She doesn't work in coffee, but she's always been a big part of the competitions, and I think it's a wonderful place. I think the best thing about my job, I think, like honestly, is not the coffee. It's definitely is the social aspect of it, and I think like it's great walking down the streets of Dublin and people walking past and going, all right, how's it going, this, that, and the other, and just knowing faces on the street just because they come for you for coffee. And then, I mean, it's the best job in the world if you've got a broken car or a broken window or your stereo isn't working, because there's always somebody that comes to the shop that can help you out. So the social aspect of the job is by far the greatest thing. And I think looking around downstairs and seeing the job the Java Republic have done putting together a competition like this is it just really proves that, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's great, Colin. Thanks very much.
Cheers, appreciate it.
Thank you, and best of luck for today.
Thank you very much.
Okay.